A very good morning, children. Yeah, now we are there in the part 2, second lesson, rain and rivers. So here, first, tell me what happens to the water that falls on the earth's surface, where it moves. So it percolates some water which falls on the earth's surface. It percolates into the soil, and some water flows on the land, and some water, it becomes like a water vapor. So actually, how are rivers formed? Rivers, look here, when it rains from mountainous regions, when it rains, it comes down and small streams are formed. When the small streams are formed, and during rainy season, small streams are formed, and in other seasons what happens, these streams will get drier. So when they get drier, there will be a cut-off channels. This cut-off channels makes the river valleys. See here, when it rains, water flows through the small channels, forms river valleys. See, through the mountains, when the rainwater is flowing, it is cutting into the small channels and forming a river valley. Then, what are called tributaries? Tributaries are nothing but, see here, if the main river is flowing, the small streams which join the main river, the small streams, this is the main river. So, the small streams which join the main river is called as the tributary. See here, small rivers or streams which join the large river are called the tributaries. Next. Yeah. As it shows, a river usually starts in the form of a thin stream. Actually, river will start like a thin stream. As it flows further, it becomes bigger and broader. Can you see this one, mountain range? See here, this is completely a mountain. See, as it flows, continuous flow of river water, it cuts into the channels. As the channels are they have cut into a channels, what happens? Day by day it is becoming broader, bigger and broader, where there is a deposition of water in that particular areas. We call them as river valleys. Next. Towards the end of this journey, complete water is flowing and joining in the big oceans or seas. See here, towards this journey, what happens? The river water especially comes from the mountainous regions. So especially in our state, we are having the Godavari and Krishna rivers, which starts from the Maharashtra, and the birthplace of Godavari is the Nasik Triambakeshwar, and Krishna is Mahabaleshwar from Maharashtra. It starts from Western Ghats. Okay, so what happens? The continuous journey of river at the mouth of the sea or ocean. What happens? The main river splits into a small streams because it is deposited. This part is completely deposited with the sand and sediments, and these small streams again join into the oceans or seas. So this deposition, this part is called as a delta, and it is very fertile area which the quality crops will be grown, and this is called as a delta. It is a triangular shape. The main river at the mouth of the ocean or sea splits into the small streams and deposits the sand and sediments. This area is called as the delta. Next, rivers like Krishna and Godavari starts from Western Ghats, which receive heavy rainfall. I already told you, where are the mountains, we get more rainfall. So Krishna and Godavari starts from Western Ghats, and here you will be finding more rains. The rainwater slowly percolates in the ground and flows into the river all through the year. On the other hand, many rivers which start from dry regions. See, I already told you, the small rivers of streams which join large river are called tributaries. So, what are the tributaries of Godavari? Godavari tributaries. Those are Pranahita, Dimdi, Telangana state. What next? Next. Yeah. Next. Just small correction beta. Dindi is the tributary of Krishna, not Godavari. See here. Krishna. What are the tributaries of Krishna? Tungabhadra, Musi, Bhima, Dindi and some other tributaries which join the main river, that is Krishna. And next Godavari, tributaries Manjira, Pranahita, Indravati, Sabari and Seleru are the tributaries of Godavari. See, what is called a tributary? Just now I told you that small stream, these are the small streams which are joining the main stream, main river, and these streams are called as the tributaries. Next, we are going for the next floodplain. What is called the floodplain? See, continuous flow of water. When there is a continuous flow of water during rainy season, this complete part is filled with water. But when during the dry season, what happens? Because the area which get dries, this full area is completely dried. So this area is called as a floodplain. The treeless bed is called as a here completely it is filled with sand and stones, pebbles, some pebbles and some sand. This part is called as a floodplain. So during rainy season, what happens? This area is completely filled with water. During dry season, only the part which is completely dried up is called as a floodplain. It is also called this treeless bed is called as a floodplain of the river. All major rivers have this floodplain. Major rivers. What are the major rivers in our Telangana? Krishna and Godavari. So when all major rivers are having this floodplain because during dry season here most of the part is completely dried up. So there are no trees, completely it is filled with sand and pebble. This is called as a floodplain. Next, floods have become a major problem in India in recent years. Some parts or the other is flooding every year during the rainy season. This causes severe damage to the people, crops and livestock. Yes, in our India, see recently we have a floods in West Bengal, Odisha. So there is a loss of property, crops are damaged and there is a loss of life. So these floods are much problem in our, especially in our India, especially towards the coastal areas. Next, vegetation cover on the land obstructs the run of the rainwater and slows the speed of its flow. This slowing down helps the rainwater to percolate into the soil. What happens when the slow water, when during dry areas, what happens? The flow of water reduces. It reduces the flow of water. What happens? The remaining water will be percolated into the soil. Next, this soil is deposited on the river bed which reduces the depth of the river. This results in the reduction and the capacity of river to carry water. Thus, with even a little rainfall, the rivers are flooded and they overflow through banks, causes damage. Yes, nowadays what is happening in our India, it's very less centimeters of rainfall also we are getting lot of floods. So because of this flood there is a lot of damage in our cropping patterns and livestock and also in our property. So what happened now? Telangana state is having, our government is planning to get to grow more plants around the roads and they started the plantation programs. Telangana state is in front with massive tree plantation program. So what they have thought, they want to make the 230 crores saplings all over the state. So they want to do the plantation with 230 crores all over the state. It is able to plant 40,000 seedlings in each village and 40 lakh seedlings in each assembly constituency. So they have divided this 230 crores is divided into different categories. They have distributed to the separate states and separate constituencies, and their aim is completely to sample 230 crore saplings. They have to do the plantation program in the state. Next, representatives of the people, officials, villages and all community people are are trying to make it successful. So everybody are taking part this plantation program to make it successful. Everybody are trying to plant more trees in particular areas. Preventing soil erosion. How to prevent soil erosion? Forest cover control floods and soil erosion. Trees' roots with their holding capacity of the soil not only lessen erosion but also reduce the flow of surface water with otherwise resulting floods. Yes, forest areas. What happens? Forests are completely covered with trees. Completely covered with trees. What happens? When there is a flow of rivers, these trees, the soil, the roots and the soil holds that flow of water and controls the floods in low-lying areas. So plantation programs helps in reducing the floods in different areas of the states. So soil erosion, we take soil erosion, preventing soil erosion. Instead of the top layer of the soil is washed away through floods. To protect that one, we have to plant more saplings in every area so that we can conserve water. Yeah, children. Now, how to face the challenge of disasters like cyclones and floods? This can be done through a long-term planning of government and close cooperation between the people and the government agencies. So, we have to cooperate for the government agencies by taking some precautions. We have to see what are the main challenges. First, cyclones and floods are the seasonal effects. They affect only during the seasons. Next, always be cautious and listen to the radios and TV and current effects. What is know about the weather report. Next, keep emergency kit ready at home. Emergency kit. What will be there in the emergency kit? Like important papers, some food, money, and emergency telephone numbers. Next, cyclone warning. If you get the cyclone warning from the government, they'll be giving weather report. Updates they'll be giving in television and TV. You have to listen. When they are saying there is a cyclone warning, store adequate drinking water and food grains. So you cannot depend on others. You have to store the adequate drinking water and food grains. Next, when there are heavy floods, so drink only boiled water. Drink boiled water, and also keep your food covered and don't eat too much. So many precautions we can take to face the challenge of these disasters and of cyclones and floods. Keep your food covered and don't eat too much. Use raw tea, rice water, tender coconut water, etc. during diarrhea. If you get any diseases, so certain food you have to take which can be digested easily. Do not let children remain on empty stomach. Use bleaching powder and lime to disinfect the surroundings. These all things it should be ready whenever you get the warning from the government, and when they will say always be cautious to listen the current affairs as well as the know about the weather reports, especially during the rainy seasons. And this is about your lesson, children. I hope you have understood very clearly and mainly about the rains and rivers and how to face different disasters like floods and cyclones, what precautions we have to take, and what is called the soil erosion. And once you go through the textbook, read complete lesson and try to write some main points in your running notes. Thank you.